Let's see if anyone comes in. There we go. Samstar. Welcome on in, Samstar. EDF. Leighton, Katrina, Taylor, thank you all for being here. Hope everyone's doing well. Seriously looking forward to this journey with all you guys. We're going to be opening quite a variety of packs today, all of which will determine who we get to use for this journey. So let's get started with a bit of XY breakthrough. Ryan, good to see you, man. Right. For anyone that cares, there is the code card. Alright, so Stunfisk, Fisherman, Heavy Boots, Froakie, there we go, one potential starter. Panpour, Cyndaquil, okay, we've already got two options for the starter. Staryu, that's good, that will come up later. Doduo, Mewtwo Spirit Link, interesting. Hey Laurie, welcome on in. Alright, so because Mewtwo is a legendary, we're not going to count him in any level of the hunt, but Houndoom EX, very nice. Very happy with that pull. So even though he's not going to be counted for anytime soon, I believe earliest Houndoom can be found in PokeNexus is just after the second gym in Johto, unless a swarm happens, which we'll go into those soon. So we'll get some Lost Thunder. Alright, so like I've said, the plan is every single card that we pull that is a potential encounter for this playthrough. Alex, good to see you, my man. So every single encounter that is a potential for this, every card we pull, so Fire Energy, nice. Lost Blender, Custom Catcher, Hitmontop, Diva, Deeves, good to see you, my friend. Pineko, Combi. Yes, every single potential encounter will be used for encounters in the actual playthrough. Cutiefly, Hoppip, Alolan Meowth, Beautyfly. Okay, so nothing that are potentials for this stage of the game. So, nice little bit of heat wave again. As I said, every possible encounter. No, Alex, I'm not doing the CCC this week. I wanted to focus on getting everything ready for this stream before I do the CCC. Although I do have one pack of white flare, I might try to edit the pack and I can upload it separately. So remember, this is Korean. So no Patrick, Mudbray, Dwebble, Matt Gooch, good to see you. Tauros, Rapidash, not bad. Oven Sandwich, okay, so nothing there. Some glory of Team Rocket. Let's hope for another starter here. CBC, good to see you, my man. Japanese Glory. What shall we get here? Pupitar. Thank goodness I'm not up to the game corner because that Porygon would be expensive. Greyloom. Dottler not in the game yet, so that doesn't count. And I believe that was the factory. Again, doesn't count. So White Flare. Alright, so the plan for today's stream is to get as far as beating Brock. So let's hope the team that we can potentially build here can give us that opportunity. So far, I'm pretty confident. I mean, we're going to still have to decide the starter once we get going, but so Chern, Sinisi, Rufflet, Seawaddle, Seawaddle, and I can never remember the middle evolution of that line. Tepig, and that is the Pokeball. Very nice, and Hydreigon. So now we've got 3 potential starters, and we've still got 3 packs of Collect 151 Gathering. Can the Chinese packs give us more firepower? Because right now I can only see 1 potentially useful encounter. Okay, so no Patricks. So Victory Bell. Not Bellsprout. Bellsprouts are available after the second gym. Cubone. Sorry. Cubone isn't available until Rock Tunnel at the earliest. So Rapidash. Kakuna. So that is in Viridian Forest. So that will be possible. Dragonite. Thankfully not available until Safari Zone. Pack 2, if it wants to tear properly. There we go. Okay. Mankey, shout out Pokejack. Snorlax, there you go, EDF. Seal, that is actually a very cute seal card. Magmar, and Charizard. Okay, so that's technically our 4th potential starter Pokemon. there's a reason why I had to track down Lost Thunder and the Breakthrough, which you guys will see once we set up the actual gameplay. I'm going to go through the whole setup process with you, in case you guys wanted to start playing yourselves. Alright, so Gloom, that's a maybe. I can't remember if Oddish, no, Oddish is after the Mount Moon, so that's going to be a no. Voltorb, Haunter, beautiful Camilla artwork, Sandshrew, and Pokeball Rhydon. Okay, so not bad. We end with the 4 potential starters and 2 2 encounters. Unfortunately, not ideal for the game, but what we'll do is I'll get us up to the starters and we'll decide which. Try again. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I've got the account ready, but I just. Come on. Don't tell me that offline or does not exist. Okay. Let me try logging into that account entirely because okay, this is something I should have thought about before here. Give me just a moment. Give me just 1 minute. Sorry for the language. Give me 2 seconds and I will be right with you guys. That's not good. Give me a sec, I might have to remake this account. I've never had this happen before. I'll admit I've seen it happen once with a friend, but what do they use? Okay, so let's see if that works. There we go. Okay, I'll bring it back up now. One sec. I do apologise for that. Yeah, hey, yeah, Frank, good to see you, my man. Yeah, Wilkie, good to see you, brother. Okay. I apologise for that, the confusion. I just had to fix things up. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to speed through doing this. There we go. Eyes. My eyes are actually quite black.
Staying on top of your sexual health, makes
Yes.
safe sex, including regular
That's so
STI
blue.
testing and always using protection. Many STIs have no symptoms. You could have one and
Yes,
not even know
I'm
it.
more than happy with
Most
that.
screen-free
Okay,
sexual
so
that's
let's
STI testing is quick.
clear up the inventory.
Just go to PokeNexus.com.au.
Makes it easy for us to know what we're working with. So I'm going to make my way to the starters real quick. Then we're going to see what everyone says, because we've got technically 4 options. Okay. So the options are technically, yeah, as you can probably see, everything from the first 7 regions plus Pikachu and Eevee. But hey, PokeJack, good to see you. Funny enough, just pulled the card that you love. Just pulled the Mankey. Alright. So our starter choices, while they are quite reasonable, we really only have 4 of them. So we'll go through. We did pull the Charizard, which means we can go for the Charmander here. We pulled the Cyndaquil. We pulled a Pokeball Tepid, which I should leave up in a second. And we pulled the Froakie. Antonio, hey, good to see you, my friend. How are you doing? So, I know which one I would prefer just because of the fact we don't have that many total encounters for this part. But I want your opinion. Do you want us to do the Charizard, the Charmander, Christina, welcome on in. How are you doing today? Oh, yeah, sorry, game audio does get a bit loud, sorry about that. Let's mute that there for just a second. Effin, good to see you. Thank you for letting me know that. I do apologise that the audio does get loud. So we'll go through it once again. We've got 4 potential starter options because we only pulled 4 of the potential starters. We have the Charizard, so we can go for the Charmander. We have Cyndaquil. We pulled the Tappy or the Froakie. Knowing the overall game... Yo, Nex, good to see you, brother. Knowing how the game goes, I would say the better option is definitely not the Charizard. Too many weaknesses early game, and Charizard is surprisingly easy to get once you unlock Surf. So we can always go back for Charizard. So, since a few of you have only just come in, I'll show you the starter options again. We have the Kanto, Johto, Hoenn, Sinnoh, Unova, Carlos, and the Alolan starters, plus Pikachu and Eevee, technically. But with this challenge, we're only allowed to use Pokemon that I've pulled from packs. So there's the Charizard, so Charmander. There's Cyndaquil, such a beautiful Cyndaquil by Kamiya as well. There's Tepig, and of course Froakie. I'm going to take the first choice in chat. If no one picks in the next, say, 2 minutes, I'm going to go with the one that I feel would provide the best cover. Alright. Hope you guys are still here. Since I'm not seeing anyone chatting. Oh. I'm sorry, what? Am I still live or? No, I am still live. Good. Good to see you next. Well, since no one's picking the starter, I'm gonna go with Froakie. Its coverage is probably the better. Unless you want to pick the starter between the pack, between the 4 choices we've got next. Charizard for the Charmander, Cyndaquil, Tepig, or of course Brokey. So far so good. The one thing you've also got to remember is we only have 2 other encounters we can technically get at this point. We can get the Kakuna or Weedle if we have to. Oh, it's a beautiful Brokey, yeah. And the Staryu, so not really much in the way of attack power. So I'm thinking we'll go with the Brokey then. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Alright, I guess it's gonna be Brokey. So as you can see, it always says that rewards are in the item box. If it's your starter, that's not the case. It goes straight into your team. So I'm going to do some level grinding before we get to Viridian, because we do need the money. Oh. Yeah, sorry about that. Andrew, hey, good to see you. Okay, so we're doing a Carton Packs deciding the journey challenge, so we will be literally only able to catch Pokemon that I pull from the packs I open at the start of each run, and going as far as the next gym. At the moment, because you literally start off with no money whatsoever, the only way I'm going to encounter one particular Pokemon in this is going to be the fishing, which means I need about, I believe, most on the global market for the old rod is like I want to say 2,000, maybe 5,000. What I might do real quick is go and check that. As you can see, whenever a Pokemon levels up in this game, it automatically heals. Let me just first off fix the volume of the music so we can then start listening to it again. We won't be changing any more of these settings just for the moment. Hopeful that we get some good items on the way, because getting more Pokeballs is always useful. Unfortunately, Route 1 is only 2 Pokemon, and that's Pidgey and Rattata. But I'll go check how much we need for the fishing rod. Unfortunately, I can't exactly use the English chat until later on in the game. You unlock that ability with the purchase, with the beating of the of, I believe, so 1,000 for the picks. Don't worry about that right now. Rod is about the same. Old Rod's about 1,000. Good. You unlock the ability to communicate in the group chats by actually beating Erica. I want to say it's either Surge or Erica, one of the two. Thankfully, early game like this, any encounter gives decent money. I'm sorry to hear that, Next. Hope you're feeling better soon. There we go. Once we hit 1,000, I'll buy the fishing rod and very temporarily pop back down to Pallet Town, because that's where you can fish up Pokemon probably easier than a lot of other early game routes. It's got a slightly better encounter pool. The good thing is all the starters in this game have a move that gives it a bit of a additional coverage, like Throaky's Icy Wind, but they also all have absolutely no available decent nature or IVs. So as you can see, Bashful, and I see they've changed that, so can't get the hidden ability, but they've made it so that they're guaranteed 25s. That's really good, actually. The ability capsule is quite easy to get, and once you get to about the, I want to say, third gym. So this old rod is going to come in handy very quickly. The backpack, of course. I'll probably forego any further significant level grind until after I get my team all set up, just because I know for a fact we're not going to need nearly as many encounters, but we are going to need a lot specifically for the grinding. So this is going to be fun.
Is your year to discover the world. With Manic Tours, check out manictours.com.au to see their range of getaways to bucket list destinations like Africa, Asia, Egypt, and Jordan, or escape to Europe, South and Central America with small groups of like-minded travelers.
With fishing, there's actually an enjoyable, really enjoyable mini game. And the more fishing that you do, the better the outcome is for you. Especially if you're someone who wants to get certain Pokemon. Okay. I do apologize, guys. My catching all tabs. Good to see ya. Smoke and Mirrors. Good to see you too. Okay, guys. Unfortunately, no way I'm beating him. Okay. Why couldn't we have drawn into a car? Annoying to early grind, but it would have actually been an easy win for the Elite Four. Well, it looks like somebody just encountered a Primarina. Well, after this encounter, I'm going to have to quickly grab the charging cable because I wasn't paying attention to my laptop's battery before I went live. ALB, good to see you, my man. Alright, so I'll be back in just 2 seconds, don't mind me. Thank you guys for coming in. Hope you're all having wonderful days or nights. I really shouldn't be grinding with these Magikarps just yet. But I know early grinding is nothing to bat an eye at. Again. Okay, I'm just going to start running from these guys while I'm at it. Unfortunately, this happens on occasion where it takes a while to get the next encounter. The best time to grind fishing is surprisingly during fishing experience weeks, or the Tioga altar, as what was just mentioned in the chat. In the game chat, not in the stream chat, presuming. Oh, Pokecords, hey, good to see you. Hope everyone's doing alright. It's actually been a surprisingly good weekend for the first time in a while. Okay. That's one part of this minigame that doesn't surprise me often. Making the small mistakes. Ooh. Okay, somebody just got a shiny rare encounter. Oh, Elgium. Yeah, no, that's a pretty good one too if you're looking for synchronized Pokemon. Not the best, but it's the easiest, I'd say. Okay, so Gooch, this is the fan game PokeNexus. It's a massive Pokemon MMO with the first 5 regions fully explored. Every Pokemon up to Generation 7. A whopping 30 possible starters, if my math was right. Let's see. No, 26 possible starters, forgive me there. Then there's so many additional little hidden areas that you can explore because of varying reasons, like they've expanded the Viridian Forest from 1 section to 3. With section 2 and 3 being specifically covering certain things like a better hunting ground for Cypher, or even encountering the Pokemon Bulbasaur. They've also added more encounters to certain areas, fully utilised competitive battle strategies from Generation 3's gyms onwards. So once you hit Hoenn, you start seeing competitive teams. May not be fully built competitive teams, but they're set up ready. There's so much going on with this game. I would say that it is by far one of the best overall MMOs for Pokemon that you'll find. You'll find a lot of the people who play are incredibly generous towards each other. good. I just double checked the encounter table here. You can get Staryu from fishing, which is what we want. It's one of 3 very rares with Psyduck and Slowpoke. I don't think I'm gonna bother too much about promoting myself in the game, just because I'd rather have people who appreciate the overall collectability of the cards as well, and can see the uniqueness of this challenge. Especially because I'm only using the packs that I have available, so I'm not going to go out of my way and buy a bunch of base sets for this. I'll use 151, Chinese 151, whatever. I won't use Pokemon Pocket or TCG Online. As the rules in the description say, any legendary encounter, any fossil pool, I will only be going for them during specific events. So I won't be going for Articuno until I can access it in the Christmas event, for instance, which it's a 400 dex entry and the requirement to begin with. It makes it harder, but it's also easier than spending God knows how long to hunt it down, because last time it took me like 2 months just to get the held item, which is Articuno's Feather. Okay, come on. I already knew this hunt itself would take a while, because fishing is a lot more random, and a VR or very rare is I think it's about 1 in 600 chance without the gold membership bonus, which I'll cover on another stream, only because there is so much about it that makes it easy to forget. I'm going to kill or knock out the occasional Pokemon just to allow myself a chance at having more experience or more money, realistically. Especially if they're not commons like the carps, because you get more money the higher the rarity, you get a little more experience the higher the rarity, and I just got an achievement for the Fisherman one, which gives a nice little portion of the Pokeballs, Great Balls, and Ultra Balls, which is always going to come in handy. And we get the power not right. Okay. With that, I am not risking it. Okay, a level 10 car, only for the experience. Oh! Okay, so that's a rattled car. Really wish I could have gotten that one now. But the rules are the rules. So, not gonna catch it unless I've pulled it. So, I know I've spoken about this before in one of my videos, but this beautiful Pokemon Center graded card carrier was made by the incredible Jinto who creates. Link is in my channel, and I cannot tell you enough how fantastic his work is. So that side up just gave me 3 times what every other Pokemon has given me, individually at least. Not the best drop rate, but unfortunately the best one won't be until we get ridiculously lucky in Viridian. Now if we pull a card, say in the next stream, and it comes back on us by, oh, that's a Pokemon that you can encounter back in Viridian, or you can only encounter that Pokemon on Route 24 or 25, whatever it is, leading up to the Pokemon League. I am not going to say no to backtracking, provided it is a respectful amount. There's another horsey. There's a reason why I'm trying to take out as many horses as I can. Horsey can drop the Dragon Scale, which is a very expensive item. Any evolution item like that, aside from the generic evolution stones, usually bring in about 200,000 minimum. So Horsey and Slowpoke I definitely will be killing, knocking out to grind some more levels. I'm guessing something big's happening at the national park in Johto. Oh, the national park's that's right, it's one of the biggest in the so yeah, Johto's national park for a Professor Oak challenge is a nightmare. It's the second biggest time grind in Johto, next to the 3 Johto starters. In a Professor Oak challenge, you literally have to get every encounter that you haven't already dexed. And if I remember correctly, there's only 2 Pokemon that you can catch before the national park, out of about 20, I want to say 25, if I'm not mistaken. There's 25 encounters there of various rarities, including 5 extremely rares at 1 in 3,000 encounter rate. Yo, Zach, good to see you, my friend. And it's actually about 1 p.m. Sunday here. Yeah. Another guy just got a fully evolved starter Pokemon. Carp again. I might as well get used to this because it's going to be the same issue when I'm doing any encounters in the Mount Moon. Zubat every second bloody step. Nice. Well, thank you for stopping by on your Saturday night, Zach. Let's see if we can get this star you with. Shoulder. I mean, it's a different encounter. As you guys probably have noticed on occasion, this guy next to me who's also fishing might pop up on a shiny Cresselia from time to time. That is not one of his encounters, that is a mount completely separate. Mounts are generally rarely seen as cheap. I think the shiny Cresselia mount is generally about 15 to 20 million. Ooh. There we go. Someone just got the mystery box jackpot, which is one of two things, either 1 year gold membership or 30 world blessing orbs. Now the gold membership that I was going to talk about later on does a few things. One, it affects your encounter rates with certain Pokemon groups, like the rares, very rares, and extremely rares. It goes from a 1 in, for example, 400 chance to a 1 in 170, I think the best rate is. Okay, somebody just showed off by getting their hands on a Mew. Although that doesn't surprise me.
Sorry for a dog being killed.
And how you guys doing? Sorry for missing out. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Alright, so as you guys saw, just got the Staryu. Sorry, I had to mute the mic for a minute. But I just realised that we can get Mankey. Just double checking if there's anything else that we could include. I didn't see Spearow from memory. No, I can't do Dodo yet. That's later on. So that's actually another encounter we can add. And let's be honest, a fighting type will come in handy with a few of these encounters.
We send a video showing the RP today. It's unexpected on after Tuesday.
D because that's saw that coming. Yeah.
They come at the front.
Oh.
And I moved the camera and I said, let's see if you don't move it again, fuckers.
Good.
I'll see what.
Surprisingly, that's why there's the unwritten rule: do not attack extremely rares or legendaries. Look at this. That would have been a hell of a grind.
I don't know.
Let's just find another monkey and move on. Okay, so I've dropped a couple of frames. I hope that hasn't affected anyone's overall viewing. Hope I'm still going. Let me check. Yep. And it's saying that I'm still going. Let's start getting this started up a bit. Level up. Let's find this monkey, shall we? Alice, good to see you. Thank you for coming and stopping by, and hope you're having a wonderful day/night. So, at the moment the team is a little lopsided, but hopefully we can get this monkey and bulk it out a little bit more. No worries, Alice, whatsoever. Feel free to lurk. Here we go, attempt number 2. We're gonna catch this monkey this time. There we go. And we got some more Ultra Balls and Great Balls while doing it. Okay. With that 3,000 I've got at the moment, I might be able to go get myself a couple of things to help with the level grinding. Careful. Actually, not too bad. Stats are pretty decent. So that's actually not a bad option. Yeah, they're about 15,000. So I can't buy one yet. Alright, so we've got one last encounter to get. And I don't want to say one last encounter. Oh, scratch that. Looks like my memory deceived me. We can get both Oddish and Bellsprout as well. Yep. So, Laura, good to see you. You're late, but you're still here, so that's better than nothing. We just found out we've got 2 more encounters here before we move on to Viridian and take on Brock and Pewter, so technically you're on time. So, thankfully both Oddish and Bellsprout should be pretty easy to find. And nothing but Pidgeys. There we go, Oddish right off the bat. There we go, Oddish is fourth. Not a bad nature. And what I'm thinking of doing is with Pokemon like Oddish. Sweet. Yeah. Almost 2 hours, doing pretty well. So Pokemon like Oddish here, or even someone like, say, Eevee, should I get the chance to use him. I'll let the packs once again decide what evolution we go with. So let's say it's Eevee and I pull a Vaporeon. I can only evolve that Eevee into Vaporeon. I can't go with any other evolution no matter what I might need. Or once again with Oddish, once I get it up to blue, the first Pokemon I pull, whether it be Blossom or Vileplume, is going to be the one that I use for the Oddish evolution. There will not be any rules on Dupe's Claws or anything like that, so I can always fetch another one for the other evolution further down the line. But we've had some honestly decent pulls with the pack so far. That Houndoom EX is breathtaking. Honestly, was more than happy to wait for that one if I pulled fire like that. Right now, we're looking at needing one more encounter, and we will be good to go into Viridian Forest. From there, we just need a Weedle or a Kakuna to pop up. I'm not expecting to get lucky on something like the Angel, because I think that's very rare, and we saw how long it took to get to the last one in Staryu. Okay, music is louder. No worries, I'll probably just mute the game music entirely then. There we go. Sorry about that. Hope you're doing well, Laura. Thanks for letting me know about that.
So it told them, let me know if you need anything. Oh, the ice cream truck's here.
Ooh.
So the ice cream truck's here. Next door must be. You're gonna.
I'm all for a chest hunt one day, but that's way down the line. Right.
I said look.
Okay.
Go.
Give me just 1 second, guys. There we go. There's the bell sprout that we need. And it looks like we ended up getting a little guest. That's it. So, for those of you who have seen my videos before, you might have seen my adorable little Kelpie cross named Josie. She's decided to come inside because of the neighbours next door, and possibly say hi for a minute. Even though she's not supposed to be inside. Sit. Okay, I'll be back in just 1 second, guys. Right, well,
Yeah, we got
sorry about that, guys. I'm back,
Think about a tree next door. There's no branches or anything. It's just a stick
and we
in the sun.
just
No water, no nothing. And it keeps yelping because
we
it's in
just got the
stress.
last Pokemon we need. Such a
I
unique
rang the
team.
today. We got no inspectors till Tuesday.
1
Can
second,
you send
guys.
a video or can you send a photo?
Okay. I did not expect to have to question this. I did not pull a pincer, which means we're technically not allowed to encounter them to catch this for ourselves. But no, we definitely did not pull a pincer. But this is a 1 in, I want to say,
No, I don't want another dog.
let's just look this up real quick.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they got cars on at the front.
There we go, encounter rates.
Got a couple of cars out there. Because he puts it right up in your outfit.
There we go, extremely rare, 1 in 5,000 chance without the gold membership. So, what I'm going to do is I will catch it to sell it on the global market. Only because it's not one that we've got no extremely rares we can catch, but it is actually genuinely worth a bit of money. Most extremely rares are worth like 10 to 15,000 just for a bad one. Okay, looking at my team, best option to weaken it would be Weedle. Okay. Not really, but still. Right now I could care less that I just lost the Weedle. Mankey.
You wanted it right there, it would. Had Sarah get on with her interview. Oh, oh, good.
You still live?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hopefully I can catch this one because catching an extremely rare is actually a decent achievement in itself. Let me bring up the achievement list. Because there is a lot that we can go through about it. So character is 200 different types. Catcher 3 I think it is a shiny, so no. Catcher 2 is a very rare. Catcher 4. There we go, Catcher 4 is an extremely rare, which gives a 3-day GM ticket. So this has already essentially given me something that I was going to go into detail about a little bit later on. I'm not going to attack it any further because let me check something. Moves, yeah, just absorb, and I'm going to say those rates the same. Actually, literally just fine. Damn. Okay, so after this, there we go. And it dropped an EV reset. Brilliant. Alright, so I won't use the GM ticket until I beat Rock, but the EV reset is incredible. I'll use it on Staryu for as an example, mostly because I don't really care about the EVs on the Staryu. It's only going to be used for two things, and that's a dex entry and beating Brock. So, as you can see, everything's changed. So, I'll take on Abner real quick, and then we can take on Brock and get out of it. And then we'll wrap the game up for today.
What was it? Oh yeah. How bad is it?
6,300 Poké dollars so far.
Nice.
Milo here is actually for a broken mechanic in the game at the moment. He's there for what's called quests. Unfortunately, they don't work because of a bug that came from transferring over to Unity a little over a year ago now. So the good thing is with any Pokemon Center, once you walk in, you're good. It instantly heals and you can just move on. Actually, what I should have done is start off by checking this pincer that we just got. Quirky, so neutral nature, 31 special, not the best, but I'll swap out Oddish temporarily and go put Pincer on the market.
Okay. Hopefully.
Easy way to do this is to start by searching for the cheaper ones. No, I know that. I'm trying to... yeah, that's an adamant. Definitely don't have the money for that. Bashful, neutral. There we go. So I can sell this pincer for up to 100,000. So sell. Honestly, almost 30 likes. Perfect. No worries, Laura. Thank you on the lurk. I think I'm just going to try 65,000 for this pincer. Listing fees not too bad at 1,150. So as you can see, we have a mining vendor just over here. We'll touch on mining a little bit in the next stream because you can't do that until you get to Mount Moon. But it is actually very useful and a good way to make money. Blessing shot. There is no reason to really go into the museum, so we're not going to bother. And since we're right on the tail end, what I'm going to do is off stream, I'm going to give myself a experience share from one of my other accounts, so that way I can level grind a little bit and get us ready for the next gym properly. But right now we're ready for the Pewter City Gym. Liam is a pushover with this team. And Brock will be just as easily. And there we go. Brock is finished. We just got the boulder badge. The good thing is with HMs, as long as you have a Pokemon that can potentially use it in your party, it can be used outside of battle. So I am going to be wrapping it up very shortly. I'm going to add Oddish back to my team for the moment. Okay, before no worries, Alice, thank you for the alert. Like I said, we're going to be wrapping up very shortly. Before we go, however, I am going to quickly cover the cards that we got today, specifically the big hits, or any hits that we pulled. Right, this beautiful Houndoom EX. Such a beautiful card. So happy I pulled that, even if Houndour and Houndoom aren't available, at least until we get to I believe it is, there's a chance Mount Amber, but I'm going to say it's after you get to Johto, outside of a swarm. We also got the Pokeball Tepig, beautiful card. The Charizard EX from Chinese Collector 151 Gathering. Again, a nice one. And Rhydon Pokeball again from Collect 151 Gathering. Nice little artwork, nice design. Very happy with all of those. So I think our team is quite interesting. I'll be honest, not the team I was expecting. I was hoping for a little bit more options. Sandshrews going to be available relatively soon, but hopefully we pull the card again. The Kamea artwork Haunter was a good pull, but not available for a while. Snorlax was a good one. Dragonite was a good one. We got a lot of decent hits. Another hit card that we got, and I completely forgot about Slavin, was this Hydreigon. So I'll quickly sleeve him up. One reason why you go back through the cards that you pulled, you never know. I believe that was the only other hit. Ponyta is Cycling Road, so that's a little bit away. Tauros is the other side of Fuchsia, so again, a bit of a distance. If we had a swarm, I could have potentially, and I could get to it, I could have gone for a Lauren Meow, because there's a 90% chance that that would have been the swarm. Mewtwo is definitely an impossibility, but that Mewtwo Spirit Link, I still think has to be one of the nicest reverse holos that I've seen. Well, once again, guys, thank you all for coming by today. I cannot believe I've just been live for what's about to hit the 2-hour mark. One of the reasons why I thought I'd do this sort of challenge, because you never know how long it's going to take you to get the encounter. But I have put that the pincer on the marketplace. It will take a while to sell because not many people use pincers. And now that we've just hit the 2-hour mark, I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. Thank you for coming by and showing your support. Seriously, thank you guys for everything. I did not think I would get as many people in as I did, and I seriously did not think I'd even get near the 30 likes. But thank you guys, and I shall see you all hopefully in the next stream. Have a good one, and see you all around. Much love.